subscribe, just subscribe, have some content there. I'll be adding more. There's a reason why I haven't added any recently, but I will be adding more. And would love it if you would. So thank you so much. Just subscribe, help me grow my YouTube channel. Would be greatly appreciated. And let me hand the baton now over to the lovely Shawnte. Good morning again, Shawnte. Thank you so much. Just subscribe, help me grow my YouTube.
Good.
Oh, there you go.
There I go. Okay. I was like trying to unmute again. Good morning, y'all. Okay. I have a certain intro, but I got to give Jackie the backstory of why I said Lucy with attitude. So I don't know if you guys or have this in other parts of the world, but back in the US, back in the 80s, if you had perfect attendance, Maryland, I was so close. I was one of very few kids that my certificate was going to be signed by Ronald Reagan. Do you get what I'm saying? Like the president was going to come because I had perfect attendance. I had perfect grades the entire time. So you had to have perfect attendance and perfect grades to get this award. Maryland, in the spring of my final year in elementary school, Lucy mama worked at the school. Lucy got our whole class sick. I never missed a day because I was never sick. I drank that nasty castor oil that my grandmama used to make us have every single day. I missed 2 weeks of school because she wasn't my best friend no more, Mary Lynn. I wanted to fight her. My teacher sent me to another class because I was trying to fight her. Okay.
Yeah, that's a tough one. That's a tough one. And I thought you were going to say you were going to get the Pizza Hut award because that was another one back then.
Listen,
got the pizza.
Yeah, I got the pizza. I had got the Arby's. Jackie, she made me miss my. Do you understand how close I was? Do you know how many times I could have tried to play hooky or something? Do you know how many times I didn't want to do Miss Proust's homework and I did it all? I made the principal honor roll every single year. And Lucy took that from me. She took it. Okay. Bring it back. Bring it back. All right, you guys, listen. Mary Lynn, I got it. I found it.
Lucy, okay. I know where you're going with that. I hope Lucy apologized profusely and is
Oh God. Too funny, right? But speaking of beating Lucy up, here we go. Hey, where y'all MJ? Jif say, come on. Y'all know the song. Hey, beat it. Beat it. Beat it. What? Just beat it. Beat it. Just beat it. Hey. I thought I'd play you guys a quick 25-second clip of Beat It. That's what we gonna do. We gonna beat fatigue. You guys, you are in the Breakfast with Champions. I am Shawnte Wells. Listen, I am Maybell's granddaughter and one that didn't get sick often as a kid. Oh, I'm loving these gifs. I love it, Ryan. I'm telling you, Michael Jackson, them videos used to be everything. Man, them video jukebox. I used to love Saturday mornings, not only for the Saturday morning cartoons, but I loved video jukebox, especially if we did extra chores. Then we could actually call in. And who didn't like a Michael Jackson video? I know those of you who are probably millennials are like, what? What is she talking about? Yeah, videos didn't just readily just come on TV and stuff. There was a thing called video jukebox. So I'm just saying, where my Gen Xers at? All right, you guys, I am so happy you have an opportunity to come into this place 7 days a week, Monday through Saturday, 5 a.m. until about 10, 11-ish a.m. That's right, Mary Kim. Shout out to Gen X. We Gen X and proud, baby. Yes, I'm loving it, Miss Bella. Okay. Listen, I am feeling this GIF. Ryan and Mary Lynn. Yes, Miss Jackie. I love it. I see you. You guys, we have an opportunity to get motivation, inspiration, and education. That's why you got to share out this room. We only have 4 shares, and we got more than 4 people on this stage, and I shared out 2 of them. So I need us to take a moment right now. Listen, I heard Ed Milet said there's power in one more. There's power in one more person. Text somebody this. Make sure you share it on LinkedIn. Share this room on Facebook. Share this room. Listen, you got somebody in WhatsApp that you can text this link to. You can share this right now on Twitter or X or whatever Elon named it. Listen, there's power in sharing this with one more. We have a worship room on Sundays. Listen, that Felicia and David does. You have an opportunity to come in here 7 days a week and have your seat at the table with our fearless leader, Ms. Mary Lynn Wilkins, who took over the helms this year. I'm so excited and so delighted to be here with you guys to talk about Beat It. We can beat fatigue. So in my fashion, I want to start out with a physical thing that we can do. Are y'all ready? If you ready, on mic and say ready.
Ready.
All right, let's get ready to rumble. I've always wanted to say that, y'all. Go figure that I'm scared of karaoke, right? Okay, so I call this 25 hype. All right, 25 hype. I need you to unmic. Say 25 hype and leave yourself unmiked. 25 hype. 1, 2, 3. 25 hype.
25.
All right, I'm gonna hype you up right now. Give you more energy. Are you ready? Say yes.
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 All right, please unmic everyone right now. We're gonna do 25 rapid breaths. All right, that's inhale and exhale. Inhale through your nose, exhale through your mouth, and then we're gonna hold it for 25. Are we ready? Say ready. All right, as many of you that can unmic, please unmic. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Start your breaths. In, out, 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 in, out. Let's go. In, out, in, out, in, out, in, out. Let's go. In, out, in, out, in, out, in, out. Let's go. In, out. 5 more. In, out, in, out, in, out, in, out, in, out. Now take a big breath in and hold it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. Release it big. Woo! Let it all out. All right. Make it shake and bake. How you feel? How you feel? Somebody tell me. How do you feel right now in this moment?
Oh, Lord, I can breathe, girl. I can breathe.
Yes.
Oh, wow.
Anyone else? Tell me, what was that experience? How do you feel?
Oh, wait.
Yes, that was the goal, you guys. That was the goal. Do you see what you were able to do? 25 hype. 25 hype. Somebody put that in the chat. 25 hype. That is one way. See, I said we're going to do 4 ways to beat fatigue. I'm giving you 4 simple tips. See, I started you out the gate before we even got 10 minutes in. Here's the thing. That is a free way. It's literally like controlled hyperventilation. If you want to know more about that, check out Andrew Huberman. I'm actually going to drop a link to to an interview that he did about it, and he breaks it down. And so if you're someone, now you know what, if you're a dog tired, what I call that dog tired, you can do another cycle of that. But I'm telling you, this is something, this 25 hype, it works. I named it because y'all know, hey, I'm just a little bit hood, in the neighborhood. I'm just saying, I just had to give it something that people could remember. But literally, it's just 25 rapid breaths in and out, and then you hold it for 25. So I've even showed you guys the 10-10, but I wanted to give you something that you could do at your desk. You could just have that controlled energy. So here's what you did. You gave your body a boost of adrenaline, but you also gave yourself a dose of feel-good hormones, that dopamine. So you've actually now doing strategies like this, even if you didn't do it every day, you could do it every other day. You're now changing that relationship that your body has with cortisol to not see it as a bad thing. I told you guys on my segment last week, I said, listen, this is Stress Awareness Month. We have to change our relationship and our perception as to how we see stress. 25 Hype is an easy, free way that you can do that. And I hope those in the garden, of excellence, the listening lounge, I hope that you guys tapped in. And I want to check the chat really quick to see if you guys, actually had a moment to do it. And if you haven't, while I'm talking, why don't you do it and put your response in the chat? So, on the 1Hunnid Health Show, which is what I'm calling this, my special episode, because I am live casting this right now on YouTube, I do this segment called Boom Shakalaka. All right? Anybody ever heard that song? Boom Shakalaka, Shakalaka, Shakalaka. I said boom. Marilyn, who was that tag team? I'm trying to remember.
Tag team back again.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, see, I knew Mary Lynn would back me up. I knew it. She knows who is who. So I call it Boom Shakalaka, and it's basically a shout out. So I want you to professionally, or maybe someone in the community or civically, or community wise, that relieves stress, that may do something for you or have done something for you in the past, that you want to give them a boom shakalaka. So I want you to unmic and say, I'm going to boom shakalaka and call out their name. All right. Who wants to pop in first? Go for it.
And what are we boom shakalaka?
Somebody who has alleviated something stressful off your plate, or maybe
Okay.
done something for you professionally, or either civically in the community, or if you've done something charitable or something and they helped you, something like that. Somebody that's not related to you. Boom shakalaka.
Well, this boom shakalaka goes to you, Health Wells, for giving me that little hit of dopamine at 6 o'clock in the morning. Thank you, darling.
Boom shakalaka. I love it. Somebody type boom shakalaka in the in the chat while we share this room out. I see we got 7 shares. We need to get to, I need 3 more shares, y'all. We can get at least to 10. We can get at least to 10. There's at least 10 people on stage, if my math is correct. Here's the thing. I want to give a boom shakalaka to Miss Jean Larkin Scott. She was the office manager in the projects that I grew up with. I don't know how she did it all those years, but just seeing how she operated and moved, she literally taught me how to, in essence, protest and to dissent from things, but in an intelligent way, how to go and challenge, city commissions and all of those things, and to expand our reach beyond, just our little hood in Miami. Like she, organized trips, for the community and raised funds. That's how I first got to go to Disney World. Like, it was just such a phenomenal thing watching this woman in the projects operate with such class and such poise. And I honestly learned, what I know about just professionalism and service from watching her. So I wanted to boom shakalaka Miss Jean Larkin Scott. Woo! Who wants to boom shakalaka somebody? Nobody got a boom shakalaka of somebody that's not related to them? Nobody's ever done anything for you?
Well, I just think Saturdays we're chilling and it's quiet and we're sleepier. So I have to really think and use my brain. But let me think. I would say recently, I'll say in the I don't know. A few of you know Edwin. I don't know. Like, I never say boyfriend because we've been together 6 years and we're just. So my Edwin, he knows I'm going through job hunting, and he's like, I will make sure you're not out on the streets or in need of anything during this time. So just knowing somebody has my back, during this tough time is a see, I can't talk, is a stress reliever. So I'll boom shakalaka Edwin.
Oh, I love that. Boom shakalaka to Edwin. Yes. All right. I want to give one more person an opportunity before I move on. Yes.
I boom shakalaka my babysitter. My babysitter, Miss Dixon. She babysit all three of them, all four of my kids. And I was like, now that's a boom shakalaka because I didn't have to send them nowhere. And that's it. That's Natasha.
Woo! We gonna boom shakalaka that babysitter. I absolutely love that. Thank you for celebrating the babysitter, Natasha. Thank you, Mary Lynn and Natasha, for participating. Anyone else that wants to do a boom shakalaka before I get into these next 3 tips, y'all? Y'all ain't gonna like tip number 4, but I'm letting you know. See, I made you feel good in the beginning. See, but you know we're gonna close out with me taking something from you. Anybody else? Last call.
I have a community of people that I want to just boom shakalaka because they make each and every day easier for me. So I'm going to boom shakalaka my community.
I love it, Debbie. Absolutely. And for some, you maybe it's an organization or something, or a charity or something that, you know, has done something, you know, around you or near you or through you even, that you'd like to boom shakalaka. So it's open. I would love, let me check the chat to see if there's any boom shakalaka. Abiola said I'm a boom shakalaka myself. I absolutely love it. That is too funny. All right. Anyone else? Final call. Final call. All right. Let's move this thing. Let's keep this thing moving. All right. So control stress. Tip number 2. So we're talking about 4 ways to do like Michael Jackson said, beat it. Beat fatigue. Beat fatigue. So we're going to beat fatigue by controlling stress through a cold shower. Oh, dun, 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 dun. Fellas, don't tune me out yet. Don't tune me out. But I'm just asking for 1 to 3 minutes. And here's the thing. You can do a contrast shower. So you can go ahead and do your regular little shower, and then you can just go ahead and turn the water to cold. And I'm telling you, it's tough. Being in North Florida, this water is colder up here than how it felt down in Miami. I could do it easily in Miami, but up here, it has been a challenge, but I do it. And you're talking about, because you're the one that's initiating that stress response, you're the one that's initiating that fight or flight system, it's going to again help with the control, the stress, because I'm going to get, guess what? Ding, 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 another fresh dope of dopamine, and my body may even throw in some endorphins. And if any of you have ever called my phone, you know my answering machine literally says endorphins are great, and so are you. See, I'm always talking about health, no matter what. But 1 to 3 minutes, or if you just refuse to do cold shower, and I don't want to leave anyone out because maybe everyone doesn't have access to cold water, you know, coming from, you know, indoor plumbing, you know, around the world. So you can put your hand in an ice bowl. You can bring yourself back to, you know, introducing cold is not as effective as the total body, you know, you don't have to do a cryo chamber and all of this stuff, even though I'm a big believer and fan of cryo, you know, therapy. But I know that listen, cold showers, a cryo shower will work just fine. And you're already paying your water bill, or, you know, you're paying your electric, or, you know, whatever, however your utilities are done where you are, but you're already doing it. So you already have access to it. So you can tap into it, and then you can just turn the water back warm, and that gives you that contrast. Your bone, your joints, you know, I'm telling you, they're going to thank me. But more importantly, what it's going to do for your energy naturally. So number 1, I told you 25 height. All right, that's 25 rapid inhale and exhales, and then you're going to hold it for 25 or get as close to 25 breaths as you can. And then you're going to sigh it out. And if you're dog tired, you can repeat that cycle 1 or 2 more times. I wouldn't recommend doing it more than 3 times. All right. And make sure you're not sitting in water when you're doing it. So number 2, I said cold showers. Yes, that cold exposure, or put your hands in an ice bowl. Simple, easy peasy, same thing, 1 to 3 minutes. If you are someone that's so averse to turning the shower on cold, you can do it for 30 seconds. You can do it for 30 seconds. I know that you have it in you. Listen, we have what we say. You have power and control over what your mind is doing, and you can tell yourself to do it. You can kill the identities about, oh, I can't do it. Yes, you can. This is something that is going to help you naturally have the experience of the upside of stress, which is a phenomenal book that I've been, going through with Health Class USA on my biweekly segments here. So tip number 3, I need you to clean your sleep. I need you to say it with me and say it loud. Clean your sleep. Can somebody unmic and say, clean your sleep? Clean your sleep.
Clean your sleep.
I absolutely love that. All right, what does that mean? Clean your sleep by early sunlight exposure. See, I did a lesson, I want to say that was last month, on the fake light. You need to get out in some real sunlight, even if it's cloudy and overcast. Just that exposure to sunlight, it's going to actually clean that circadian rhythm and the hormonal symphony that is to take place. Your cortisol levels is supposed to spike in the mornings. So you're going to send signals that is going to happen through your eyes, through that sunlight exposure, as well as through your skin, because your skin has photoreceptors. Bum, 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 bum. I know your anatomy teacher, if you was paying attention, probably didn't break that down for you, or your health teacher probably didn't share that with you. Clean your sleep in the morning by making sure you get early sunlight exposure. Early sunlight exposure, even if you got to go in your backyard to do it, even if you got to go and, on your patio to do it, get outside. I'm an early riser. So I still, even though that I come up before the sun comes up, I still get out. Even 2 minutes is better than no minutes, but 5 minutes would be great. And I know what you're saying. You in Florida, you can say that. Or if you were in California, that's easy to do. It doesn't matter where you are. Get the sunlight exposure. And I know some rebel is out there is thinking, oh, I can actually just stand at my window and do it. No, it's not enough. It's not enough. I need you to get outside. I need you to catch me outside. Catch me outside. I need you to clean your sleep through the early sunlight exposure. It is going to help you regulate the symphony that is your circadian rhythm, giving you the peak and the valley. See, cortisol needs to drop off at night. It doesn't need to spike in the evening. So early sunlight exposure is directly tied into your circadian rhythm. I need you to get that. So that's tip number 3. And tip number 4, my final tip, and I'm going to open the floor and let you guys ask questions. Ooh, fructose, baby. Fructose. I'm going to tell you and break it down and I got to give you a little bit of science so that you can really, truly understand this. And so you don't have to end up being what we call TOFI, thin on the outside, but fat on the inside, or being, just an unhealthy, obese person, or someone that is in the diabetes land that is fallen victim to big sugar and the whole pipeline that they have going. Specifically high fructose corn syrup. We're talking about it increases something. Here's something that your body produces. Our genes are ancient, and I understand the purpose of them. Your body will increase ceramides when you are overexposed to fructose, because we have fructose in fruit and things like this. But we, in our lovely inventions, we have high fructose corn syrup. Guess what's laden in soda? Guess what's laden and hidden even in our bagels, with the exception of pumpernickel and sourdough? Our bagels are full of it. They're highfalutin, clever in the way that they try to hide it in there, but it's in there. High fructose corn syrup in soda specifically, and that McDonald's sweet tea that some of y'all love to run down and get. I'm telling you, it is going to specifically, there's one ceramide that is really, really toxic for you, and it's called C16. All right. It turns into palmitate. All right. I hope y'all following me. So the high fructose corn syrup, especially the inundation of it, because we got it. They got it in barbecue sauces. They got it in all kind of unsafe. Listen, spaghetti sauces, all kinds of things. I really need you to check your ingredients. So an increase in that, you having that daily, going to increase your ceramides, and specifically C116, which is what we don't want. We don't want problems with that because it turns into something called palmitate, all right? Which prevents insulin from putting protein and sugar into your cells, which what your body's response is going to be like, oh, guess what? We're ringing the doorbell. Hello, cells. We're trying to put energy inside. And guess what? Listen, insulin is trying to sell this energy to your cells, and your cells like, nope, not today, because palmitate done. Listen, you know, like how is that in London where they have those officers that have the big hats and they don't get moved, they don't, you can't move them or rattle them, like there's just nothing nothing you could do to rattle them. I think, is that in London? Y'all know what I'm talking about? The guys.
I tried help. I went up to one of the guards and I go, just smile for me, please. And I was trying. No, nothing.
I've heard. I'm like, you cannot rattle them. But just like those guards, guess what? That's what those ceramides do, specifically palmitate. That's what it does to your cell. Here's the problem. When insulin has to keep spiking like that because your body is like, yo, y'all tripping. You need this energy. You need to. So food is our fuel. Like we need protein. We even use sugar, as a fuel source. But more importantly, fat. We want our body and our cells to be able to release, fat. But here's the thing. If insulin is spiked and higher and your body has to keep dumping insulin because insulin trying to get, protein and sugar up out your bloodstream because it can't be on the streets like that, and giving your cells what it needs, which is the fuel. So now your mitochondria can't get what it needs. Listen, that palmitate is at your door like those British soldiers, and it won't move, won't let the fat out. See, some of you guys, this is why you can't release that visceral fat. This is some of you guys, you've never been told this. This is what your true struggle is. Listen, all calories are not equal. It's not calories in and calories out. It's not just only about that. It's the type of calories. That high fructose corn syrup, it creates a sick loop and it's making you tired. Why? Because it blocks your fat cells from releasing the fat energy that it actually wants to spend. Listen, your body, your heart depends on being able to tap into fat as a fuel source. Your lungs need fat as a fuel source. Think about all the body systems that has to run 24/7. It needs to be able to tap into fat for the longevity's sake. But here's what's being trapped. It's the palmitate. And you're giving these people your money to keep you trapped in this fatigue loop because it's blocking. So the high fructose corn syrup, you got to get it out your life. It's Judas. It's a backstabber. So you want the fuel to be able to enter the cells. You don't want your body to have to keep spiking insulin all day. Increased insulin, longevity's sake, we're talking about now you got pre-diabetes. Now you got type 2 diabetes and on your way to blindness and early and premature death. So I hope that was clear. I have a time for if anyone has one quick question before we turn this thing over to Dr. Dale, but I just wanted to make sure that I dropped that bomb on you. That high fructose corn syrup is killing your energy. So if you want to beat fatigue, you got to get that 25 hype. Listen, control your stress through that cold exposure, clean your sleep by that sunlight exposure, and get that high fructose syrup out. Get Judas out. Who wants to pop in?
I want to pop in again. Get away from soda. I used it to clean my toilet bowl that stains I couldn't get out because I don't know what went on. It was in my office, right? And so it was an old toilet, and there was rust on the bottom of the whatever that thing that holds the water is called. And let me tell you, someone said pour Coca-Cola in the toilet. I did. Oh my gosh. If it did that to that stain that was there, we couldn't scrub it out. I'm scared to know what it does to your inside. I'm going to yield my mic now.
Absolutely. Well, that's my time, y'all. Y'all know how I feel about soda. My uncles used to clean the batteries. Think about that with soda. You don't want that breakdown. You don't want to make yourself susceptible to osteoporosis in addition to being in the diabetes pipeline. So high fructose corn syrup and the fructose in soda is a no, as Beyonce said. So I have the distinct pleasure to turn this thing over on time to Dr. Dale. Good morning, sis. How are you?
Hear me?
Yes, we can hear you. Over to you, Dr. Dale.
Awesome.
Woo!
Oh my goodness. Thank you so much. Well, does anybody want to pour in as it relates to this segment? I want to make sure we do like a good clean break. They wanted to kind of share with health before she got out of here.
Oh, good morning, it's Linnell. So just wanted to commend you on this segment this morning. Really looking at what we're putting into our bodies, why we're feeling this way, why, there's so much insulin resistance. I have a diabetic brother, and he has been on insulin since the age of 18. He's 40 now, and we keep on stressing moving away from soda. And he has decided that because it's diet soda as opposed to, full sugar, it's better for him, and it's not. So just, this reinforcement that we need to get the right things into our bodies and realign ourselves with the earth and just all of it. Really, really good segment. I'm glad I popped in this morning.
Oh my God. Thank you so much, Linnell. Please, please clip this recording and tell your brother that I said, listen, diet soda is worse than even the regular soda. It actually increases your chances of diabetes by 60%. It literally almost ensures that you are going to have diabetes. Like if I can take one, and listen, if you got to pick between the two, definitely don't do the diet. They put even more toxic chemicals in that. But Italian soda is a great alternative to all of my soda drinkers who are out there. I promise you. Mary Lynn has even attested to Italian soda or sparkling ice. But you guys, please, please, under no circumstances, kill the diet sodas. They do not work. They're even more toxic. Thank you so much for that opportunity, Dr. Dale, for Linnell to pour in and to give some feedback. Thank you, sis.
You are very welcome. In the process of changing the link here. Good morning. Absolutely. Of course, health. I mean, I diabetes, it is no joke. And to be honest with you, I don't even like Diet Coke because any diet, anything, because it has this aftertaste thing going on that I never liked from day one. So sodas are not my thing. Sodas are not a thing in my mom even stopped drinking sodas way back when. Her husband loves him some Sprite, but that's in variation, of course. But definitely sodas. No, I usually do go for like juices or orange juice or something like that. But water. Water is mainly what I carry around with me. So I have to agree with that 100%. I always heard that sodas are not good for you. Even though back in high school, back in the day, I used to drink them like there's no tomorrow. So I know what you're talking about, 100%. So good morning, you guys. Good morning. So let me just let you guys know that I don't know what time zones you guys are in, and but I usually would be in the Eastern. So that is not where I am this morning. This morning, your girl, Dr. Dale, is in Honduras. Yes, and I can scream, but it's pretty early here. It's 4:30. It's 4:30 in the morning. Yes. So, and even though